There we go. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome everybody. This is the start pretty much of our ESL 1 Katowice qualifier coverage. We're here for the Chinese region. My name is Skim. I'm here joined by Lacoste. How's it going?
Hello, friends. It's really early here at
It's
the
very early.
Berlin. It's 6 a.m. So we're gonna have some good dotes. We have LGD against Keen Gaming
LGD's
Luminous.
turn to ban.
LGD pretty known for everybody else. Keen Gaming not so much.
Dire turn
We
back.
talked a little bit about it. For the players from the Keen Gaming, I don't recognize any of the players.
Yeah, they're
Maybe
definitely going to be the underdogs for this entire series for sure.
yeah, Zhao Fu. That could be the brother of Zhao 8, maybe.
I mean, he definitely will have to channel his inner Zhao 8 if he wants to topple LGD here. You know, LGD,
5
they've
seconds
the
remaining.
new roster obviously. You know, they have Xnova and Chalice, or I don't know how to pronounce it to be honest. But
Shall we say?
shall he say? That is definitely going to be very difficult to pronounce during the game. Shall he say?
I don't
Shall
know.
he say with a triple kill? Actually, that sounds pretty cool.
That sounds pretty French.
Yeah, it does. No, but they've done pretty well. They did come second in the PG.L qualifier.
LGD's turn to
They
pick.
did look pretty strong going into that finals, but then they lost 2-0 versus VGJ Thunder. So still pretty strong and definitely one of the favorites here in this bracket, I would argue. Certainly this first round. I mean, you know, one of the
10
they are one of
seconds
the
remaining.
established teams, right?
Let's check
5
the
seconds remaining.
bands. Not so common bands. Tiny second phase ban. DP. It's a more popular pick in Chinese scene. The DP, the Lycan. We see the Ench ban. Kind of a popular offlane hero. Hard to contest.
And she's been very popular. She's been very popular in China as well recently. Um, as for the other heroes, you know, we do have Elder Titan here. The first phase from Luminous. It's also one of the heroes that LGD really loved picking up in the past couple of days. Another hero that LGD really like picking up is the Bat Rider because they can run it really flexible. They have the option of running him in the offlane, but also then in the 4 position. FY's Bat Rider on the 4 position is actually pretty strong. But of course, they already do have, you know, Nyx Assassin, Shadow Shaman, so I doubt they would pick up the Bat Rider here.
LGD's turn
Well,
to
they
pick.
could go for if they want to run next assassin on an offlane. They could do it, switch around, maybe put a next assassin as 4/3 hero. Plus, you have a next assassin in a team which is super counter to Batrider, so that can work
10
out.
seconds remaining.
Swen, on the
Dire
other hand,
team
pretty
pick.
early pick. There it is. That's a good suggestion by you. Seems like you did a
LGD's
lot of
turn to
homework.
Faceless Void.
How do you like the? I mean, you mentioned it, it's a very early Sven pick, and you could immediately tell. You know, Keen Gaming immediately picked up the Brewmaster, didn't even think about it. They have a lot of good heroes to deal with Sven if they want to kite him around. They have especially before pre BKB, they have so many abilities to kite him around with.
10
And now with the
seconds
Cronus, with the Void Cronus here, they obviously have that big teamfight control even
5
through the
seconds
BKB.
Phonosphere.
remaining.
Yeah, they even have a chrono to control Sven during the BKB
Dire
time.
team
Plus,
back.
Brewmaster, Drunken Haze is a pain in the ass to play in the early stages. They have a good lockdown for a brew with Shadow Shaman, which is one of the best counters for him. But still, you have a disruptor as well. Pre BKB fights, he can just be sent back. Also, Elder Titan to control the fight.
10
This is
seconds
a
remaining.
really I don't like
5
this kind of
seconds
lineups where you
remaining.
rely so much on your one hero. Like when you have a mag, and if mag doesn't land an RP, you lose the game. Same goes for Void.
Right.
Dire
Like you
team
have a
pick.
super good Vombo, uh, ET Disruptor into Chrono. That sounds sick, but I wonder if it's gonna be position one Void or no. Yeah, it's gonna be one Void probably because they have Brewmaster. It's still early. We're gonna make a couple of mistakes, maybe just
10
brainstorming. So
seconds remaining.
Don't you think just to go back
5
to this one,
seconds
do you
remaining.
think maybe it's a counter pick to the Elder Titan? You know, with being able to have the bonus armor. Obviously, that doesn't get negated by the aura. Do you think that's just a reaction pick, or do you just think they just wanted somebody that's somewhat difficult to kill as a carry, just in general?
it could work that way. Even for Brewmaster split. I mean, it was the pick before they picked the Brewmaster, but it can work the Warcry. I've been testing the support Sven lately, the position 4 Sven, and it really works well. It's kind of fallen off in the CIS region. It was popular like a year ago when all these heavy damage dealer heroes were kind of popular, especially with the Slardar. You negate so much damage. It's impossible to fight into Warcry if you have
That's true.
just the physical damage.
That's true.
It's gonna be good here as well against the Razor, against the Faceless Void, Brewmaster Split, also Elder Titan,
10
but
seconds
they have
remaining.
so much counters against this one.
Yeah.
Sven, yeah, Razor
5
as the
seconds
last pick
remaining.
as well.
Do you think this Queen of Pain pick is enough to sort of remedy this draft?
Yeah, I think they needed something to actually can go in and out. They have only lockdown they have is a chrono, and you want to catch Sven into a chronosphere. So they have disruptor, ulti, and glimpse. That's pretty much it.
And
It's
especially
kind of hard to control Queen of Pain here in these team fights.
especially considering the rest of the lineup, right? They have the Nyx Assassin, the Bat Rider, the Shadow Shaman, a lot of ways to sort of combo these heroes together without relying on cooldowns. Whereas you mentioned it earlier, Keen Gaming, once they miss the Chronosphere, what are they going to do afterwards?
Yeah, they can't fight. They're gonna rely so much on the Brewmaster's Blink Dagger this game. How he's gonna have the early game. Probably the rotations coming out
10
from ET
seconds
and
remaining.
Disruptor will be needed to help him out in the laning stage. If you look at the Vision game, LGD have a Firefly. They have Shadow Shaman wards. They have a Nyx Assassin, which provides a lot of vision. On the other side, the only thing you have is pretty much Elder Titan. I mean, Brew Split provides the vision in a team fight, but when you have Brewmaster, you want to have something else so the Brewlings can attack. A Plasma Field is decent, but during the nighttime, it's going to be hard for them to fight.
What do you think about the laning stage then? I mean, it's supposedly just going to be very static lanes, right? We're going to have the most likely the Queen of Pain mid versus the Razor, most likely the Brewmaster offlane versus the Sven, and obviously the Void in the safe lane up against the Bat Rider, potentially having. Do you think maybe LGD should even run dual lanes with the Bat Rider, Nyx Assassin potentially, or should they just stand out lane, make sure they enable the Sven as much as possible?
Prepare
Well,
for
Nyx Assassin has boots of speed, so he can easily move around. Shadow Shaman can out harass Brewmaster on a bottom lane. That's a pretty damn good looking Brewmaster set.
It really is, isn't it? I think it's one of the new ones. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty comfy. Well, so far, no level 1 smoke gang shenanigans just yet, though LGD are looking to contest this rune. But if anything, this just means Keen Gaming is very likely to get that bottom rune. I don't think Sven can contest this rune by himself.
Yeah, I don't think he should go, especially against the Razor Elder Titan with the boots. They can score an easy kill.
30
Deep
seconds
ward
to battle.
placed by Keen Gaming to provide the vision. This is the ward you want to have to see the rotations coming out from the supports, so you can play more aggressively once they're picking up the runes and get some XP on the bottom lane.
Also blocks the camp, which is pretty nice to prevent any pulls. Could you even contest pulls as a Brewmaster against this support duo, or against the Shadow
The
Shaman just in
battle
general?
begins.
I'm not sure you can.
I think it's very difficult.
Is a great conductor.
He hits for a lot of damage, that Shadow Shaman.
He has the highest damage in game, I
So,
think.
at
Yeah.
level 1, yeah.
Yeah. The thing about offlane right now is you can pull it so easily. Look what he's doing. He's gonna do it on the bottom lane with the Brewmaster. Pause is coming. So because the mid lane right now is pretty much 2 versus 2, sometimes even 3 versus 3. So you can play aggressively on a bottom lane. I mean on an off lane with your hero. People were whining about off lane being hard to play again, but I don't think that was before people did some research, like the pulls you can do, and
Did you see that clip from Fata
Yeah.
on this Magnus? That
Yeah.
was disgusting. How do you even think about stuff like that, where he just keeps that one range creep alive for so long to make sure he denies what, 3 range creeps in total? It's disgusting.
Ooh, 3 damage on the Razor. That's gonna hurt. Well, it's actually 6 damage difference.
Considering, yeah,
Yeah.
you deduct 3 as well.
+3, -3, that's +6, quick math.
Damn, you're so good. Alright, so we do have an aggressive lane somewhat in the top lane. We have the Sven going aggressively here with both supports, in fact. So it's a 1v1 bottom here.
I don't think that's gonna work out for LGD. I mean, playing 3 versus 3 against Elder Titan, he pretty much has the double damage when he hits 3 heroes. Plus, if he decides to hit the neutral camp as well, he's gonna hit like a truck.
And then now also Scout FY. I think he was hiding in the tree lines. Yeah, what do you do here? If you're LGD, do you just content with farming? I mean, right now they're sort of even, I guess.
I mean, you have a Sven who's not the... He has a Stout Shield plus Magic Wand already, but it's hard to last hit. I mean, ET is gonna harass him a lot. Void, I'm not sure they have enough just to lock him down and kill him.
Such a weird way to watch, man. It's just 6 heroes trying to fight over...
Yeah, I think they should just swap the lanes for LGD.
Oh, looks like they're gonna go for a kill here.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty low, or is the Elder Titan gonna fall first? It's actually gonna be Elder Titan. They're gonna trade here. Not really a good trade, though. Is it? I mean, you get the first blood, but you also lose the Sven.
It's not a good trade for LGD. Also, I love the build on Faceless Void. He has one level of time dilation, 1 level 2, just to slow them down. Which is not what you usually see.
Yeah, usually you see the bash early on, right? But yeah, in this try-v-try scenario, obviously makes sense to have that. You know, if you hit it on all 3, it's pretty strong here. Mid lane, very even matchup. 11 and 12 and 1 to 12 and 1. So both heroes.
Pretty even, huh?
Very
Yeah.
exactly even. What do you favor in that matchup? Do you think it's just an even matchup, or do you think somebody's gonna pull ahead at some point?
Well, it's gonna depend on the rotations. I mean, Razor, once he uses Static Link, Queen of Pain needs to blink out just using the mana. So then she can get close. I would favor Razor in this matchup.
Well, he's pulling ahead slightly. It's like 2 CS, whatever. Top lane, we have that 3v3 again. Sven did TP back up immediately. Did not go for the lane. So because usually when you go for bottom lane, no, he's gonna TP out. Usually when you have a kill like that, sometimes you even see the rotations right afterwards. Like you go for a kill, you trade, you die. Instead of TPing to that lane, you swap. But they decide to just keep going. Guess they really want that Bad Rider versus Brewmaster matchup potentially.
Brewmaster, how's he doing? 10 CS against 12 on a Bat Rider. I mean, it's a Brewmaster. He's hard to harass. Can just use a clap, as you see. Get a couple of last hits. Has that magic stick ready.
Sven again with the Warfare getting really difficult. They're gonna turn it around on the Elder Titan. He's gonna drop load. Nice double stun here, and yeah, that should be a kill. ET. Question is, does get Sven get out alive? He does not.
Same trade once again.
This time around they get a double kill. They get the disruptor on top. So double kill for FY, who did start out with boots. So if he gets early arcane boots, it'd be really strong there for them. You know, being able to spam out those spells.
It's not good that Sven is dying. They're actually Keen Gaming is changing the lane.
Well, Brewmaster was forced out earlier to TP out, so maybe they just realized, all right, both lanes aren't really going that well. Maybe we would rotate, but is this lane gonna do any better? I mean, can they really, you know, against the Bad Rider who's level 5 now already? Can they really stand against him?
I mean, it's really weird to send Sven on an off lane because you don't have any stacks. They stacked this camp once, but that's pretty much it.
Mid lane, they missed a kill there, but bottom lane, looks like Bad Rider's gonna fall here, so... Oh, is he? He's pretty tanky. But mid lane, there was a rotation from both supports. Well, now LGD is ahead on all 3 lanes. Yeah, they lose the Bad Rider, but you know, he's still doing pretty fine for himself.
I mean, it's a LGD more experienced team, so they're gonna punish the small mistakes Keen Gaming makes. It's always like that when one team who's tier 1.5, let's call them, plays against tier 2 team. It always happens.
How do you feel about this entire lane swap? So they really did all three heroes down here.
Yeah, I already mentioned that about the Sven. You want to have Sven on your safe lane pretty much all the time because the supports can easily rotate. It's more safe for him to actually farm there, and they can just stack for him. Like there's one stack, and that's pretty much it.
Supports haven't really had much time to stack here. In general, we haven't really seen too much, movement from the supports. Obviously, they did move mid for that one gank, but other than that, they've been pretty static in these lanes.
Yeah, time dilation is really good against a hero like a Batrider, who has low cooldown and stick in a palm. Disruptor just hit level 4, so with level 2 Glimpse they can easily make a go. The range for level 2 Glimpse is
Looks like
exactly
set it
what
up
they
as well.
needed.
I don't think they know that FY is here, though. Do they see it? LGD certainly didn't have many of these supports. Go here. Still taking his time. Lasso is coming out to start a pop. This is another Elder Titan kill, potentially. Nice. Might just get out here because they were going to get a little bit greedy. They wanted more than one kill. I guess they're still going to get this one, but they wanted the void on top of it as well.
Well, they initiated a fight with failed Echo Stomp. I don't think that's how you do it. You just start with the disruption from the Disruptor with a Thunder Strike, just to get the vision, the kinetic field, then the follow-up. Kind of a misplay there by King Gaming.
And we have a little bit of a rotation here. Now Elder Titan is moving top. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you mentioned it. It's sort of to be expected when we have a team like LGD up against a team that's a little bit of an underdog here, of course. But it feels like Keen Gaming aren't really accomplishing anything on the map right now. What is their goal here right now? Do they just wait for a level 6 on either the Brewmaster or the Void before they do anything?
They have a Razor who's level 7. I mean, Razor died once, it's pretty low HP, but they should play around the Razor because he's the highest net worth hero on their team. So they should play around him. With level 3 Static Link, they can turn these fights easily.
Unfortunately, they don't really have a good setup until they have, that Chronos here or... I mean, I guess they do have Glimpse, level 2 now.
Yeah, they have a Brew Split, who's level 6 now, so they should make something happen with it. I wouldn't be surprised if Sven actually decides to go for Mask of Madness into just a straight BKB into the Blink. Like, skip the Blink, go BKB first.
Oh, bottom lane, 5 stack charges onto the Void, but that's not going to be enough to kill him without a Firefly. He does have mana for Chronos here, goes for it as well, hits the Batrider only, but with this Spirit on top, this is still not a kill, is it? We're going to get him low, he pops the Firefly now, it's not going to get out. And with a glimpse onto FY, they're going to get the Nyx Assassin here as well, committing the Brewmaster split. Think that's worth it?
Yeah, it's going to be 2 kills, 2 big ulti cooldowns, no objectives taken. These heroes are pretty low level, so they're gonna respawn.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Not sure they can take down this tower. They have a siege creep though, so...
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, that siege creep really changes things, right? A lot of times teams even time these ganks because they know they have a siege creep. It looks like LGD, they want to contest this. 2 TPs coming down here.
Oh, top lane Sven does not have a TP ready. Razor with a phase boost is gonna suck up all the damage from the sun.
Stunned him down as well. Bottom lane, though, we have more TPs coming in. The first stun connects with the Brewmaster. Void is getting really low, but he has that time walk and he does jump out. Queen of Pain comes in with a blink and with a Shadow Strike. Should be able to at least find 1 kill here. Disruptor, he's just gonna sacrifice himself.
Having Queen of Pain with Arcane Rune early on when you have a level 4 Scream of Pain feels so good.
So good, doesn't it? At the same time, if you have an Arcane Rune like that, ideally you also get to use that Sonic Wave.
Yeah, you want to use it.
You really want to use it, but of course the Brewmaster was full HP, almost no chance of killing him. But yeah, like you said, top lane, the Sven was sort of like zoned out of the lane. Not much that he could really do against the Razor. Sort of a natural enemy at this stage of the game, right?
Yeah, well, Sven needs to stop being at top lane now. I mean, it's minute 10, so he should just go to his own jungle. I mean, Maybe he
Radiant's
should
top
actually
tower
stay
is under
top
attack.
because their bottom tier 1 tower fell, so the jungle here is not the safest place to farm.
In a lot of ways, it feels like they're sort of sacrificing him. They're making, you know, they want to get farm on everybody else but the Sven right now. It feels like it. So they're kind of leaving him alone. They have, so the supports have left the lane sort of like for the last 3-4 minutes now. And like you said, you know, he's only been farming that portion of the jungle, not even the safe jungle, quote unquote. So, do you think this is the right choice? I mean, they are getting a lot of farm on the bad
Yeah,
rider end.
Shalisay has Blink
He does.
Blink Dagger ready, so
He does.
they need to make a move if there any smoke.
And they have a
There it
smoke.
is. Yeah.
I want to get that mid tower, or a kill and the mid tower, ideally, of course.
Well, Keen Gaming should know something is up because Batrider did not show on the lane for like a minute and a half. So he was either really close to a Blink Dagger, farming the
Radiant's
forest,
top
or
tower is
just
under
trying
attack.
to find a fight with it.
Yeah, and they're moving back already. You can see
Yeah.
the Void moved back, and both on the top lane as well. And they even popped the scan.
It took so much time for them to pop the smoke with the Batrider and the Shadow Shaman. There's the counter smoke. Chronosphere is ready. Brewmaster split is ready. The
Radiant's
Brewmaster
bottom
Huge
Blink.
kill here on the
is
green
under
paint top.
attack. Dyer's middle tower is
And they
under
do find the Chronosphere. Do they have enough burst damage? With the Glimpse, it should be either.
They didn't even
Whatever,
have
they
to
don't.
use it. They had the Static Storm as well.
Well, that's a good kill for them, getting rid of the Queen of Pain here. Second highest in net worth.
Yeah, they want to pressure the mid tower with Shadow Shaman wards. TP already coming out from Disruptor.
Oh, he has to be careful, though.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god, he's getting destroyed. Those wards. Yeah, he's not the first one that should TP against those wards.
That was.
Radiant's top tower
The
is
word
under
is
attack.
interesting. Well, at least they defend the tower.
And
Radiant
they're getting a little bit of money as well, of course. What's the item ability for the Razor? Just standard drums
Radiant's
into
top tower.
S and Y probably, yeah.
Ags at some point probably as
Well,
well.
he might need early BKB this game after
Radiant's top
drums
tower
because
has
of the
fallen.
Nyx Assassin spike
On
and
top
all
lane,
the
they find the
Shadow
jungle
Shaman
Tower is
abilities.
under attack.
With the Shadow Shaman on top, easy kill. See, that's sort of the difference between, you know, the Chronosphere and the Lasso. Lasso has a much lower
Dyer's
cooldown,
top
much
tower
lower
is
risk as well
under
because it's a
attack.
pretty much safe kill or safe disable. But can they get a tier 1 out of this? Do you think Keen should contest this? I mean, 3 heroes are sort of
Nah.
moving top.
They are moving top. They know Lasso isn't cooldown. They can
Dyer's
just
top
easily
tower
back off
is
because
under
they
attack.
don't have any catch. Okay, Glimpse, Disruptor, they're gonna catch one.
Oh, it's a very juicy kill.
Five man for a Queen of Pain. I'm not sure that's worth. I mean, they defended the tower. Meanwhile, FY, I think FY should just get a Midas here. He has such a good farm, level 8 already. Once he gets to level 10,
Dyer's middle tower
I mean, Midas
under
is
attack.
optional because of the 60 gold per minute. Like, you can scale with Nyx Assassin into a late game with just a talent. But if he feels like it, he can just get a Midas as well. Then your items multiply.
Did you notice that
so easily?
Teamfight recap is bugged? It shows like all the weirdest items.
Like pipe, no one has a pipe.
Relic?
Like, someone used the relic in a team fight. What?
2 Midases as well. Somebody uses Midas twice in a team fight, apparently. Well, guess I won't be pulling out that one too much.
Gold is a great conductor.
Smoke here on the Radiant side. I believe it was not scouted out, so they're gonna catch them by surprise. They do have the Nyx Assassin scouting the Void yet again, and of course they do have the Blink Lasso. Oh,
Ah!
that's greedy.
That's greedy.
That's so greedy.
You can almost feel it's your typical pub where Nyx Assassin does the same mistake. He wants that extra damage.
Oh, what a Kronos here, up onto 3 with the ET split on top of it as well. They do get the Shadow Shaman first, but in the backline, the Sven is here. Gets stunned up though, and he has to be careful. Yeah, he is farmed, but he's super squishy with the Mask of Madness. And can they get the kill here? And they do get the kill. Lasso on top of the Razor. That's a Static Storm on top of the Bad Rider though. Who's getting through here? Bad Rider still alive. Yeah, should fall here. Alright, backline stomp hitting till 2. LGD's getting wiped!
Yeah, that's a full team wipe. That Chronosphere set it up perfectly. Also, the greed from Nyx Assassin. The Void is the hero that they need to use a lot of spells to kill, but they need to set it up properly.
if they just kill that Void there, that fight doesn't happen at all, right?
Yeah.
Radiant's
It's
middle
insane.
tower has fallen.
And of course, I was actually going to mention that after they kill the Void, but the Sven has been farming steadily. Like, he's top of the, or he was top of the net worth at that point. And then he comes in, but top of the net worth at this point only means he has Mask of Madness Yasha.
Yeah, I mentioned the items on Sven that he should skip the Blink Dagger. I mentioned the BKB, but this is the other way you want to tank up your Sven because you don't need the Blink Dagger. You're not gonna blink and kill anything because it's super hard against all these spells that they have. He might even go for BKB after this, like not even go for a Blink Dagger. They have a good setup with a Nyx Assassin and Lasso from a Batrider, so he could skip it. Also, one thing we didn't mention, Brewmaster after he uses the split, the
Playing nice with, should be at least one dead, maybe two. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, they're dead anyway.
yeah, they're dead. Good comeback. They're just trading kills. Brew is in. Ooh.
That's a lot of damage here. F4 is also going to feel the brunt. Maybe he's going to do well to dodge the stun here, but gets bashed up. Do they have any more lockdown? Another bash here. But that, of course, should not be enough.
They don't have the lockdown, but they have the time lock. I was talking about Brewmaster. He's so good against Sven because of the AoE, the spell for the Warcry.
That's actually a really good point, yeah. You know, on top of all the other things, being able to stun him, throw him in the air, of course. But, you know, that the spell is actually a really good point. That's obviously not a lot of people think about. He is going to go for that standard Midas build. Do you agree with that? I mean, it's pretty common, obviously, with the new talent, but sometimes I still see the aura build if they think they need to be able to fight early on.
Well, it's really optional on Brewmaster. You can do a lot of stuff. You can even go for, with the talents like plus 30 damage, you can go for Echo Saber into BKB build, which Paul likes to do it, and it's super effective. You just blow up the heroes like Nyx Assassin and the Shadow Shaman especially, but you need a BKB for that. Like, it's just triple hit pretty much in 1 second.
We have a double smoke action, by the way. Both teams are smoking, sort of smoking past one another. Brewmaster's in front here. They want to start off with the Cronus here, probably, but I'm not going to find anyone. You know, that's the power of the Nyx Assassin. He's able, obviously, to, you know, on top of the smoke, being able to scout out things like this.
Oh, he's gonna kill. Nah,
He's a very unfortunate time. Or, no, I mean, he
maybe
sees it
when
on the way
comes
back.
but the Vendetta's gonna run out.
And the Korea's gonna fly a very weird path. He's not gonna expect this, I don't think.
Like, what would you want to have? I don't get it. Like, how do people not think of that stuff? Like, look at this career. He's showing where he's going. Like, you just want to have a stealthy career instead.
Right, just the default one.
Yeah.
Worthy tribute.
Hard one to see. Like, this one shows the padding.
Was that ever a thing when you were playing still? Did we even have cosmetic careers at the time? I mean, no, they were definitely the TI ones, right? The one that left gold whenever he...
Drodo, the Duffin, Druffin,
something along those
lines. And some crazy blocks. Yeah, we had it.
Was that ever a consideration? Guys, let's not pick that career because, you know, it's just giving away our position.
Not at the time. The first time I noticed it when Earth Spirit item was implemented, the one with the roll, it changes the way he rolls.
All right. Top lane. Chronosphere wasted, and now they have the last on top of it. Queen Penny's here as well with a Sonic Wave if she wants to use it. Why didn't she use it? I mean, she did get silenced at the end there, but I feel like she could have used it earlier. Well, she's using it now onto the Razor. Razor's cutting really low, but he's, of course, very fast. Still gonna run into the opponents here, and it's just gonna die.
A lot of mistakes committed. You can see these teams tend to make a lot of mistakes, like Faces Void, blinking, using Chronosphere onto solo Shadow Shaman. I guess he was relying on 3 bashes to kill him.
The thing is, he even does that even though there's no support because he's the first one to TP in as well. Like, others have to TP in afterwards, so there's not even going to be any follow-up anyway. So yeah. And certainly with his item build, he definitely needs to rely on bashes right now. He's going to go for the BKB next, it seems. Kind of sucks as a Void though, doesn't it? You know.
Well, he's forced, considering the heroes he's playing against. He needs that BKB, definitely.
Well, speaking of items, alright, my hotkey's not working for items, so we have to look at them manually. But there's the Velo Discord, the Yules, and Queen's Pain. Anything else? I mean, Nyx Assassin isn't gonna go for the Midas like you suggested, but instead he's gonna go for Yules.
I guess the Yules is just to remove some of the damage coming out if they lock him down in Static Storm. Also against the time dilation from the Void. Also can set up the ganks on Void easily as well. Hit Yules, then stun. Maybe that's the that's the thing. Like Sven finished his S and Y, has that BKB I was talking about queued up and the Blink Dagger, so he needs BKB, that's the thing to fight. Even if he gets the Blink Dagger, I mean, he still could go for it, just sell the Stout Shield, get a Blink Dagger, but I think the correct build should be a BKB first. Brewmaster, as you mentioned, went for a Midas, level 14. Brewmaster, once he hit level 20 and 25, it's so hard to play against.
Yeah, that 25 talent is, of course, that's makes that hero very interesting. But even at level 21, I mean, it used to be his 25 talent in the previous patch. Oh, smoke on smoke action. They're gonna find two heroes here, but if anything, only gonna get the Shadow Shaman. He's stunned up. So nice glimpse back onto the Bad Rider, so they're gonna look to focus him. Is there any disable here? They just have the damage and gonna follow it up with a kill onto the Shadow Shaman. But at the same time, Queen of Pain pushing top. Oh, bottom lane, they find the Razor. This is a good trade for them if they get this Razor kill. They do get this Razor kill. Well, I think you're fine with this if you're LGD.
One support, one off lane for Razor. They actually lost the tower as well. So map kinda opens up for Keen Gaming. The Roche fight is gonna happen in the next couple of minutes. Mid tier 1 towers are missing, no tier 2s on the top, so LGD has a better Roche lineup. They can easily smoke into it with Shadow Shaman wards and Sven ulti.
Bottom lane. Oh. Sentry's gonna scout out FY. He doesn't know just yet. They're gonna find the Sven first. No, Sven finds the Disruptor first, of course. Disruptor? He's gonna get that out for now. Burst Splitter on top of the sleep. They're gonna go for the Sven here. He's dropping super low. And yeah, he's gonna fall. Nice ward trap here, but I'm not sure how much that's gonna do. If anything, the Rasa, he's gonna pay for it.
He's just gonna farm on those wards with the Brewmaster.
Oh, nice Queen of Pain coming in from the side here with the ultimate. Gets the kill onto the ET and nice Bad Rider ultimate onto the Razor as well. So it's a, what, 2-4-2 trade, I guess?
Queen of Pain is not done.
Once more. But Void's back. He has a Chronos. Oh, that Yules! There, it's paying off. That's why he bought it. That's why he bought it.
He still has it.
But still, I mean, if he knows that they're there, he can still go for Chronos, but of course, doesn't have the vision. So in total, this is a 3-for-3 trade. Wards committed, no tower taken. I guess it kind of favors Keen again.
Pretty even game so far. A lot of kills, a lot of mistakes. Only 2k net worth difference for LGD. They need the chrono in these fights. Void has that 10-second BKB, so he should try to fight with it. Queen of Pain is gonna get out of control. Once she gets a BKB, look at her farm. Top of net worth, Orchid, Veil. So she can easily just blink in and blow up Disruptor in these fights.
Fortune's changed.
And this is why also Razor also needs to work on his BKB. It's going to be pretty dangerous going forward. All this magic damage, of course, and the lockdown. BKB on Sven has been completed. But you know, I mean, both sides really, it feels kind of bad when you carry a house.
Sven does not have a BKB. He bought a blink.
Oh, he just went for the blink.
He's far away from BKB.
Smoke yet again from Keen Gaming Luminous, I think what they're called. Keen Gaming L. We're just gonna keep calling him Keen Gaming, but of course, it's not the actual main team. X-Nova's getting scouted out. In the meantime, Radiant Dire Courier dies. FY scouted that one out.
Yeah, this Panda is gonna be a problem for LGD, but he needs a defensive item now, considering that Queen of Pain has Orchid. So he might want to go for that BKB.
Very easy kill. Committing 3 ultimates. They didn't even
Roche
need
time.
But of course, like you said, that secures Roche effectively.
Yeah, they have the extra damage and the armor from Vlad's on that Brewmaster. I was talking about the defensive item on a Panda, so he will need a BKB right now, I think, against all these spells from Shadow Shaman plus Orchid on a Queen of Pain. They probably know they're doing Roche, but they can't do anything about it. Queen of Pain does not have a buyback. Sven still does not have a BKB, so they can't fight. Razor has his BKB finished. Not the farmest Razor I've seen, but still, with level 15 talent plus 7 static link damage steal, he can turn these fights so easily.
FY is getting initiated upon by the Brewmaster. Sven is coming to the rescue. He's going to clean up one Brewling. Shouldn't be able to get the other ones, but he's actually... Oh, they're going to turn on... Wow. That FY just melted. It looks like they're going to go for the Sven here with the Razor coming in as well. He does have the BKB, as we mentioned, and he destroys the Sven. X-Nova gets glimpse as well, and that's just...
Yeah, there are a lot of mistakes. Like, they're staying, trying to fight the Brewmaster split for no reason.
Without vision as well.
Yeah. Also, Razor kind of popped the BKB for no reason. I mean, he has Aegis. That's a 10 seconds BKB. That's a lot of value.
Worthy tribute.
Well, question is, can they go high run here with this? Sven dead for 40 seconds. They don't have the best high run lineup, to be honest.
Well, they don't deal too much damage. Like
Radiant's
Disruptor,
bottom tower
ET
is
deal
under
no
attack.
damage. Bit Brew Split. On cooldown for 30 seconds. They can still do it. They have Aegis on a Razor, so they should try to make something happen here. 15 seconds for Sven. They can at least take the tower down and go back for a shrine, but they might still want to continue. 20 seconds for the Brewmaster split, level 20 plus 1500 unit extra HP.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one for sure. They also have the Chronosphere if they want or need it. Top lane though, Queen of Pain is gonna go for the split push. She's gonna get the tier 3 in return. That's actually a huge trade for them. Or is she gonna get it? The Stomp is gonna go through. Is there any follow-up here? The Earth Splitter is there, but that's pretty much it. Ooh, maybe.
Almost goes down.
I mean, there's a TP to the shrine. They could maybe cut him off. And indeed, he just blinks into the void. Well, that Yolt is not really gonna do too much, is it? Oh, that...
Oh!
Come on! He could have jumped that. He didn't need to use the Chronosphere, I don't think. But I guess he wanted to make sure. Obviously, he doesn't want to let the Queen of Pain get away there, but...
Well, Blink was on cooldown because he
With
used the
time
time
delay,
dilation.
exactly.
Yeah, maybe didn't consider that. Also popped his 10-second BKB.
I will put you to
a bit
good use.
premature here on both cores, but of course, Keen Gaming very much en route.
Of course. What they can do, maybe with a Sven, just try to blink in and one-shot the tower with Sven ulti, so they can have the access to the shrines. Also, Elder Titan with Urn. Urn does not wake you up from Echo Stomp anymore, so that's really cool.
Pretty strong, yeah. That's why he was able to bring the Queen of Pain as low as he did, right? That was actually pretty interesting. If he has like one more aggressive item, he probably could kill her.
Yeah, plus Urn is magical damage, so you remove magic resistance, and
Right.
the Urn is magical damage.
Looks like Keen Gaming want to take the mid tower here. Without the Void, it's kind of weird. Yeah, they're going to back off here. Can't really fight here without the Void.
Time is money.
Aegis, they still have it, and they probably want to fight with it, Aegis, but the Void's just not here. Are they just going to go in with the Aegis without the
Thank you
Void?
so much.
Well, Void can be there in 10 seconds, so they can start a fight, 30 seconds till the chrono. I don't think they want to take a huge fight before. Oh, Rastak is gonna get blown up by the Brewmaster. Crit plus some extra damage from the Razor.
That was pretty.
Our Brewmaster has the gems, so I don't see any wards besides... Okay, they have this one here,
Yeah.
one here, but this ward really not providing too much intel because they occupied the LGD's forest.
The bottom lane, the
Then
Sven.
again,
Dire's top
no
tower
BKB.
is under attack.
He just gets destroyed with the Earth Splitter on top.
You're not
Radiant's
in
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that... I mean, we haven't really seen the Blink really paying off, right?
No,
Has
he
done
just got
anything?
one kill. That's why I mentioned that he should go for a BKB. Queen of Pain does exactly what she needs to do. Just try to split push.
Radiant's
Can he
middle
score some
tower is
bashes?
under
If
attack.
he gets a bash there, that could be maybe dangerous. But for now, they're gonna get the tier 2 mid. They're gonna go high ground with this as well. Bottom lane, of course, there's still a range track sitting there.
Brewmaster is in. He has a gem BKB pop. That's a 10-second BKB.
It's a raid boss right there. Didn't even need to use the ultimate, of course. Top lane Queen of Pain, as you mentioned earlier, still doing what she needs to do. And oh, wow, this one is actually getting pretty low. Has to be careful to not get jumped at this point. She did use the ultimate already, of course. Oh, she gets bashed up. Do they have anything? Oh, the glimpse, can they get it off?
Bash
They don't need
again.
it. The Bash Lord is
Radiant's
here,
middle
and they
barracks
do
has
get the
fallen.
mid-rex.
Dire's top barracks are
They're
under
backing
attack.
off. 3 are dead. Queen of Pain has a buyback. I don't think they want to risk her just to go in too deep. Queen of Pain buys back and turn the fight around. The thing is, this is such a bad Sven game. I talked about it during the pick phase against the Brewmaster, against the Razor, and even with the Void to seal the deal. Now with the super farmed Razor, who actually finished the Heaven's Halberd and has 3k gold if you consider the point booster value as well. Like this Sven can't do anything, even with the 10-second BKB now. If he pops Heaven's Halberd before, he's just gonna waste half of the duration.
Yeah, it really felt like a really weird pick. I mean, we highlighted it. They picked it into 2 heroes that were already pretty good against the Sven with the Disruptor and the ET. And then, of course, there's 3 more picks that they could counter him with. And we're seeing it in this game thus far that the Sven is just not doing anything, or he's not accomplishing anything. He's not even the one to split push. It's the Queen of Pain, actually.
Radiant's top
He does have his
structure is
BKB
under
now, so
attack.
that's the one saving grace. But I wonder if this might just already be too late.
Dire
right.
are scanned.
He's behind in net worth. He's behind all 3 cores in net worth, in fact.
Radiant's
Well,
top
if this
shrine
game
has
drags for the
fallen.
next, let's say 10 minutes,
Radiant's
Razor's
top
gonna finish
tower
his
is under
Agnums
attack.
pretty quickly. Brewmaster is getting close to level 25, so what they can do is you have the perfect siege. Brewmaster just goes in, uses the split, Razor with Aghanim Scepter destroys the buildings.
Radiant's top
That's pretty
tower
much
has
it.
fallen.
It's an example from a school book.
Pretty much, and they can, if they wanted to, you know, they can obviously, because they have to wait for those items and for those levels as well. Might as well wait for the next Aegis.
Yeah, well, Nyx Assassin is getting close to Aghanim Scepter. That might be the changing factor for LGD.
At the
Like-
same time, they do have a gem already, and they've used it as well. Ag's now ready on the Razor. Still just level 22 on the Brewmaster. Is this where you just, you know, have the Tome of Knowledge in your quick buy? You're just pinging it every minute?
Then needs what 6 minutes for another tome.
Yeah.
What they can wait for is Death Radiance on the Brewmaster. Like 700 gold away. If he sells the bottle, goes down to 400. Sells the dust, sells the TP. A lot of things to sell.
What does he replace in his inventory for the Radiance? Does he just give the gem to somebody else?
Well, he can sell the Midas, but I don't think he wants to sell it before he
Hits level
reaches
25.
25. Yeah, it's a couple of bounty runes for Panda as well.
LGD, you can tell that they... I'm not gonna say they don't know what to do, but
There is a double Tome of Knowledge, actually. They didn't even buy it on Panda.
really?
Sexy time. It's in the inventory.
what's in the inventory? Oh, okay. Well, you know, he's getting pretty close. Yep. LGD, could they maybe... Do you think they should maybe go for a smoke, or do they just wait for... Or should they just wait for eHome to come uphill?
They can try to play it from behind, use a smoke. Maybe that's one of the ways to come back into the game.
Oh.
Because if they're just wait, they're gonna lose the game.
They
They
smoke
stand
on
in
top
the
of
base.
a ward. There was no reason for FY to be outside the base there, and now they know as well that they smoked on top of a ward. The split is popped. Sven juked it, but he might not juke this Chronosphere. Can they still go for this though? Yep, that's Sven. With the BKB popped, he buys back immediately.
No
Looks like they
BKB,
wanna
no.
fight this.
He has ulti though.
Oh, Nixus doesn't have anything. He doesn't have buyback either. So that's just, what, a hero down, buyback committed, and if you're Keen Gaming, you just pull out again. Don't
Yeah.
have to commit, right?
Yeah, if they wanna play it safely, and they should just wait for the Roche. Respawns in 45 seconds. BKB on Brewmaster and split will be up at the time.
Such a weird engagement. You could tell that LGD didn't know what to do, really, in that engagement when the Sven was sort of caught out. Do they commit, do they not commit? And then they sort of half committed.
It's hard to initiate now that they have a gem on Brewmaster, so Nyx Assassin does not have any Force Staff nor Blink Dagger, so he can't be the one initiating the fight. They need to have a vision, but it's hard because Keen Gaming also has a gem, so they need to blink in blindly with the Bat Rider, catch someone. Sven ulti pop, the Roche spawns in 1 second.
Radiant's
Okay,
bottom barracks are
Bat
under attack.
Rider's gonna catch it. It says it spawns in like
Radiant's bottom
0.3
barracks has fallen.
seconds, in 3 seconds, but it spawns in 5 actually. Yeah, 2 extra
nice
seconds.
lasso onto the Brewmaster. Can they kill him on time? He's very tanky, and they do burst him down on time. The Sven still has his ultimate going, of course, but now with the static link, a lot of damage drained here. Buyback from the Brewmaster, in fact. Looks like they want to fight here again, knowing the Sven ultimate is going to be down now. Bat Rider ultimate is, of course, down as well.
Also huge wave pushing from the bottom. 2 siege creeps. These tier 4s are gonna go down if they don't react.
Blink hacks. The Ralston might just keep moving it here. And indeed, he does lose his life. FY is also getting caught out. Yet another buyback. What can they do? Who's going to jump in? The Sven is not even here. Why are they even still here? The Sven is not even here.
Seems like LGD is kind of falling apart here in this game. A lot of mistakes made from both teams, but LGD made a lot more. Yeah, once, I don't know, Queen of Pain can try to snipe the Aegis, I guess.
I think that's what they're trying to do. And she does...
She gets the
She
cheese
gets the
though.
cheese.
No buyback.
But loses her life, no buyback like I said, and that's probably game. They could just go for the tier 4s. Or at the very least, Mega Creeps. Oh, that's very low bad as well. And they still have the Brew Split.
Brew split, level 24.
Radiant's top
Is he
tower
gonna get
is under
25
attack.
before the game ends? That's the question.
Yeah, they're gonna kill one more
Radiant
hero.
structures
That's
are
what he needs.
fortified.
Alright.
Getting there slowly. Still not there.
Slow and steady wins race again from the Sven, but he doesn't really do too much damage here with the Bad Rider Lasso, maybe. Oh, the cleave in the background kills the Void. Maybe I underestimated him, but now he's getting kited around in the backline. Brewmaster is dealing with the Bad Rider, and of course, the Sven does fall.
When it's time to call it, it's time to call it.
Dire's top
very
barracks
so.
are under attack.
I wouldn't even call it a valiant effort at the end there. That was basically game over already. Pretty
Radiant's ancient
very desperate move, but as LGD lose 4 heroes, it is time to call the game. GG, well played,
Radiant's top
called.
barracks has fallen.
Ehome, or rather Keen Gaming Luminous, I believe. They pull out ahead, 1-0 in this series. I don't think either of us necessarily expected this.
Well, we said they are the underdogs, and the LGD has not been performing well lately. Swapped a couple of players as well. Also, I mentioned it a couple of times that this tri-lane with the Sven is not gonna work out, which didn't. You ended up with Sven, who's super underfarmed, 0 stacks for him because you were playing. There's no point in going aggressively with the Sven on a tri-lane, especially with a hero like an Elder Titan. They traded some kills. Sven died a couple of times. I mean, Sven can come back into the game, but also his item build was questionable.
Yeah. What do you think was the turning point in that game, or rather, what do you think was the one thing that Luminous did or King Gaming did really well that secured them the game?
Well, every time they blown up Sven, because he's the one who deals the most of the damage in a team fights, even though he was underfarmed, but every time they locked him down with a Chronosphere and ET ulti, they just blow him up.
Yeah, those pickoffs were really crucial.
Like
all over the place.
I don't think we even saw the classic 5-on-5 fight because every time someone was picked off before the team fight even started.
And most notably the Sven, of course. 8 deaths to his name. Of course, we had
Too much.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
like they have 16 kills on their side, and your Sven has 8. That's just way too much.
At the same time, do you think that maybe LGD was also a little bit too passive? I mean, we did highlight in the draft, that they did have this, they have the bad ready Nyx Assassin campaign.
The turning point of this game was that greed from Nyx Assassin, where he tried
That's actually a really good point, yeah.
where he tried to get that extra damage from Vendetta instead of just stunning the Void. That was the 5-0 for Keen Gaming.
Yeah, that's a good point. That definitely was a turning point. Well, this was just game 1. We're going to be back for game 2 in just a little bit, so stay tuned. My name is Skim. This is Lacoste. We'll be back with game 2 in just a couple of minutes. No, that's not it. That's it.